Hey y'all, welcome back to Spirit of the Outdoors. It's Sunday afternoon. My voice is about stripped out, and I just wanted to relax. Yesterday, I took this rifle and I did go eventually sit down in the woods, and I didn't even shoot at a squirrel. Didn't see one. I really wasn't squirrel hunting. I was just kind of out there in the woods. But I did shoot at a crow that come flying up, and I missed it. So I decided I needed to do some target practice. I used to shoot pretty regularly. But you used to could afford to get the 22 out and just shoot drink cans or whatever. So I've set a can up down here about 20 yards. I had to chain that other old dog up because she wanted to keep going down there ahead of me and running around behind what I was gonna shoot at. So I had to go chain her up before I could even shoot. But I was just gonna target shoot. I set me a stump up, a little old piece of a log down there to set the can on, and I'm sure when I shoot it, I fill that can full of water, and it should just poof whenever you hit it. You know, it's fun to watch. After that, we'll find us something to shoot at, but I'm gonna find smaller targets. So that is at about 20 yards. I'm gonna see what we can do hitting it, and my eyes ain't what they used to be. I used to could shoot fairly decent. Now I don't know. So what this is, I know somebody's asked, this is my favorite 22 rifle. This is a Browning. I know you can't hardly tell, but on that trigger guard right there, you can see it has the Browning logo. It's got a little short action, a little lever action. I love this little rifle. I have not taken as good a care of it. I bought it used at the pawn shop, and I have not taken as good a care of it as I probably should have, but I have took decent care of it, and it's probably due a really good cleaning. It has been riding in the back of the buggy on the gun rack. So let's get set up. I'm gonna put the camera down there on the on that, and so when it explodes you can see it. I think it'll be cool. Maybe I won't shoot the camera. So anyway, we just gonna do some old tinking, what we call plinking. You just get 22 out and shoot, but you need to practice that shooting and just get the feel of that gun. I will tote this a lot this fall. This will be the gun that rides in the back of the buggy for the most part, probably, other than a shotgun. I'll start my squirrel season off probably in the morning, which time you see this, you know, you'll realize you're a day behind or so. But Monday morning I'll start out probably squirrel hunting with my shotgun because I want to bag enough squirrels to eat. And then after that, I usually put the shotgun up and I either tote this or we definitely gonna do some flintlock. So don't get worried that we're not gonna flintlock squirrel hunt. I am excited about flintlock, but I want to get me some squirrels to eat. I'm ready for some fried squirrel legs, y'all. I really like fried squirrel. That is probably one of my favorite wild games to eat. I do love deer meat. I love bowfin, gruntle. But squirrel's good eating now, and I realize that everybody don't like them. So, you know, I don't just go shoot stuff because it's season and I want to kill it. I hunt because I want to eat something, and I shoot just what I'm planning on cooking. If I'm gonna eat by myself, 2 or 3 squirrels is a plenty. However, my dad likes to eat squirrels, and the first batch I like to cook enough for me and him to eat together. So I need a good limit of squirrels. So I'll take the shotgun in the morning and try to get that and try to get it quick enough that I can get on back and get to work too. So let's get y'all set up and let's do a little shooting here and get dialed in. Well, obviously I can't tell right. Yeah, I can too. I was aiming low and at the bottom right here. So with that bullet, I can tell right there, right where it went in. So that, I mean, that may not be precisely where I was aiming, but that's pretty close. I was aiming dead center at the bottom, but I like to watch them cans blow up like that. So I need to go dispose of this. The next good thing I like to shoot at, we're gonna set some pine cones on here. Used to shoot a lot of drink cans, y'all. We don't drink a lot of soda cans no more. I just kind of got away from drinking them. So I got some water bottles, but it's hard for them to see where you hit, you know. Let me go pick up a couple pine cones, set them on here, we'll shoot at pine cones. Oh, so I'm sitting down shooting, y'all, because it kind of keeps me steadily, but I don't want to prop the rifle up right now. I'm working on me shooting. I know this gun's on. I've been shooting it enough to know what it's doing. I just need to practice shooting. So anyway, I was just going. I get a lot when you do a shoot video. There's always a bunch of folks about your technique, and you need to do this. And I just kind of shoot, you know. And my daddy always told me to take a deep breath, let about part of it out, and then hold still and squeeze that trigger slow. My biggest problem is my eyes now starting to fail. So, Roscoe, I need you to get up here. He's laying down about halfway between us. Get up here and lay down, son. Get over yonder. Old 22, y'all ain't loud, so we don't need no bunch of hearing protection. Shot over it. A little bit over it. I got it in. We may shoot this old pistol. I don't know if I addressed this pistol no whole lot. I know I shot a squirrel with it last year. And I like Ruger. This is a Ruger Wrangler. And it is becoming, it's short and it's just for a backup gun. And with a 22, I'm shooting y'all these, which you limited on what ammo you can get as far as quantities and price. I mean, you can buy the CCI. My opinion, the CCI little brick is the best thing to shoot. Y'all leave $15 to $17 for 100 rounds. For me, that's a little expensive. I gave $24 for this 333, and I realize that camera. So that's what we shoot. Are these the best bullets out there? I have really always decided this. I like those those bricks of Remingtons. You know, it's got the individual 50 round boxes in there. That was what we grew up shooting. That was all I would ever buy. And then it got to where you couldn't get them. And then you got the loose 500 box. We shot them, but those loose boxes like this, seems like every now and then you get some bad ones. Some that don't shoot, some that just, you know, I don't know. I don't think they're as precise as the other, but the CCI seems to be the best thing now. So anyway, let's set something else up and we'll keep shooting and we're gonna get this gun right here dialed in where we can hit something. Well, while I'm at it here, I'm gonna go ahead and reload. Most of the time, I don't actually shoot from these boxes like this. Most of the time, because I'm liable to dump this out. And that rifle is loaded. Hammer is down, but I'm sure there's a safer way to do this, but this is how I'm doing it. And no matter what you tell me, it's more than likely to be the way I do it the next time. I just make sure I ain't over that barrel, because it could go off. Most likely it ain't, the hammer ain't back. I still don't be putting my hand up over the top of it or leaning my head over it. I mean, to me that is safety, common sense. And I realize you need glasses and earmuffs and a bubble wrap suit and chemical gloves and I don't know what all else. I'm sure somebody will think about it. All right. I hit both of them pine cones and then I let them fall on the ground. Well, I not shot them on the ground. And then I shot them again there, hopping around. But about another 10 yards, there's a log sticking out there. So I'm gonna lay a few up on it and set some back on the stump. But I need to find a smaller target to shoot at, just so that I can dial in, you know, hitting a smaller target. I am bad to shoot at these pine cones up here in these trees. I have done a lot of that over the years, and I hadn't done no whole lot of nothing recently. Y'all like my squirrel tail decorations I got on here? I know somebody won't know. There's a turkey feather. They won't let you put a hawk feather on there, because otherwise I'd be the predator. And then I got me a squirrel tail, and it ain't the softest, but it's tanned fairly well. Oh, I got my chair somewhat turned the wrong way, I think, for me. The way I'm shooting, that way I ain't got to twist around in it. I'll be scooted slam out of y'all's viewing perimeter. Y'all, I am tired. All right, I got 3 pine cones down yonder on that log sticking out. I was gonna point the camera where y'all could see, but y'all can't see. I mean, it's so small on the screen, you can't tell what I'm shooting at. I got 2 chickens coming over there. If they're full grown, we could shoot one of them. No, we won't. They nosy though. But I laid, on that stump, I laid 1 pine cone down where the end of it's towards me. See if I can get it knocked off. Yep, I hit it. Them devils is gonna walk right down here in front of me what I'm shooting at. Look at him. They not really in the line of fire now. I'm shooting on down at that log over yonder. And I really can't see them pine cones against that dark backdrop, but I know right where they at. I'll see if they fly. Doggone, I don't know if I hit that or not. I think I missed it. All right. I appear to be shooting high. I do appear to be shooting high. Let's go look at that. I shot at that top, and I can see where I hit against the stump behind it. So I had it laying just like this, and you see them holes is right over the top of it. Well, that ain't a hole. I don't know what the other one hit right over here on the side. I pulled it. So I may need to get me a piece of paper and do some shooting. I hit I'm having to move around, I know, y'all. I had this laying right up there, and you could see I hit it just right under the bottom, because you'd have to hit the bottom to make it hop off. All right, y'all, so just like any good redneck would have done, I went and got a cardboard box. Now this and these happen to already have a target on them. I tell you what, we're gonna start out shooting at that right there. That's, hold your hand up there, that's, you know, about 2.5 inches diameter. It ain't a 1-inch circle. Let's go shoot and we'll see right where it's hitting now. All right, we reloaded back up. I'm gonna shoot 3 shots and see what we got here. All right, y'all. You see what I'm talking about with these loose boxes? Bullet, hit the end of it, no count. So I put that in my pocket. I try not to leave them laying around in case the lawnmower does a better job than the rifle. Limb fell out of a tree. Them squirrels has been eating them pine cones. Let's go see where them always get some inquiries about this sling, y'all. I designed this and made it because see that hang, it kind of points down there toward your foot. You got to mind your manners that it ain't cocked, which I kind of keep my hand on it like this, but it keeps me from having to tote it, and if I need to shoot, I just swing it up, you know. Smart, like Magnavox, smart, very smart. Y'all remember that old commercial? All right, y'all, it ain't too bad. Let me turn y'all around and I'll show you. Y'all see that? So it really is shooting just a tad high, but this is at 20 yards, and I think I got it set for like 50, so I don't know. I pulled that one shot low, I know I did. Well, I was aiming at that and every one of them's right in here. I ought to be able to hit a squirrel, and I may generally miss one occasionally. I need to practice some more. But you can see a hole, a hole, a hole, a hole, a hole, a hole. Well, just cause I don't want y'all to be mad at me, we'll shoot this in a few times and just see. I hadn't shot this gun since over in the spring when I was still running traps. So I do need to practice with it. thing's got a hole in it. I don't know if that was from a while ago. So anyway, this gun, I will tell y'all one thing that I have noticed about it. The holes drop in, the bullets drop in easy, but when you go to extract them, sometimes they feel like they have swelled a little more in this cylinder. That one wasn't too bad. The gun is very new. It has probably not had 100 rounds through it, so I feel like it will break in. Probably needs a good cleaning. I shouldn't have thrown them holes down. I usually pick them up. I've been thinking about melting a bunch of that old 22 brass down and making a bolster for a knife out of it. But just in case nobody has seen this, this is the Ruger Wrangler. Sweet little guy. I love this bird head handle. I had somebody asking in my 327 shooting video, I love this cross draw holster. They asked me about the bird head, if I preferred the bird head over the other. I have not found it to affect my accuracy one way or the other, but I have not shot extensively with it, like compared them. Let's go see where these bullets hit. Well, y'all, them three was there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know where number 6 went. I feel like I don't know. I don't think I completely missed a box, but I could have. So anyway, I know there's 2 in that one hole right there because it's just a little bit bigger hole. So 1, 2, 3, 4 holes. Them 3 holes up there was already in here. So, you know, I don't know. But I've got my garbage in here. I'm gonna pick up. Them pine cones don't matter. I'm gonna carry this stuff back on up to the house with me. I'm gonna go ahead and reload this handgun while I'm sitting here talking to you. If you're gonna tote something, you need to shoot it. And if you're gonna sight something in, I would do that on sandbags, a table, and, you know, take all the human element out of it. Today, I really wasn't trying to zero nothing in. I need to practice shooting it. And if you're gonna tote something, you need to kind of know what's going on. You can't just, like Uncle Sasquatch said, he said, I had heard, he used to work in a gun store. He told me, he said he's seen people come in and buy a rifle and have it bore sighted at 5 o'clock one evening right before deer season opened the next day. Y'all, it don't work that way. I mean, you might get by with it. That's not good practice. You know, you need to clean a gun. This rifle right here, it desperately needs a good cleaning, and I'm probably gonna go in there and we may do some gun cleaning videos on over in hunting season. Black powder is definitely one. You have to be diligent in cleaning it. But even these guns, you need to clean that barrel out. And this one has been riding in the back of that buggy, y'all, and it's dry here. I mean, it's so dry, we caught catfish, man, it had ticks on them. I come out here the other afternoon. I got up the other morning and come out here. Looked out back at the shed, there's 5 or 6 coons around there. They had done turned the water on and was taking turns drinking out of the water hose. It's so dry. So it's bad dry, and all that dirt and stuff gets all up in your guns. It'll get in all these mechanical parts, and you can see on this one, right up behind that trigger right there, it's a lot of good, a lot of grit and dirt and sand all up in there. So anyway, I just wanted to get out here and do some 22 plinking, y'all. 22s is a good thing. Everybody needs to them. And there's always this big thing, you know, if you had one gun, what would it be? Mine would probably be a 22 rifle. I mean, I can just do so much with it. I can dispatch trap line. I can shoot squirrels up in a tree. I mean, obviously I want more than one gun, but if I had to go back to a one gun option and I could only have one gun, it would be a 22 because the ammo is more readily available. I know we've been through a spurt where it's been impossible to get for some people in some areas. Here I can go buy all I want of it right now. Now it's priced pretty high, but it's available. Not to mention I have a stockpile of it. I don't have an overabundance amount, but I've got probably a couple of thousand rounds, you know, and I try to keep that much because you never know, if it goes up, you know, and I don't just waste it. So that's probably why I'm a little rusty shooting. I hadn't been out here shooting as much as I should have or as much as I used to would have. But a 22 is an all-around gun. I have killed whitetail with this. I probably shouldn't have. I probably shouldn't have shot at them with it. I hadn't done it in a long time. But it would be when I was running trap lines and I would be toting this rifle, and I have shot several wild pigs with them. It's a lot about hitting something in the right place. Now, when I shoot whitetail deer, I try to neck shoot. Several reasons behind that. I have been fortunate enough that when I shot one with a neck shot, usually they dropped in their tracks. That spine runs right up the center. If you hit it, he's going on the ground. The next thing, I don't run a lot of good meat, especially with shooting my high-powered rifles. I don't want to destroy the lungs the lungs. I don't mind. The heart, I don't want to destroy the heart. The heart is my favorite piece of meat out of a deer. It's good. It's meat. It's not like a liver or all this stuff soft and mushy. It's a strong muscle. And it makes fine steaks. So I eat the heart. I don't want to destroy it. I don't want to shoot him in the heart. I at all costs try to avoid shooting one in the heart. So I don't really go for the front shoulder shot. You run the front shoulders. Depends on, the shot I'm presented and how bad I need the meat, what I'm planning on doing. I know most trophy hunters, they couldn't give a rip about no meat in the animal at all. They just don't want to shoot him in the horns. And I'm not that way. Now, I mean, if I can kill one, I don't want to destroy my knife handles if I can help it. But anyway, a 22 is an all-around good gun. And, this is my go-to. This is what I usually tote with me the most. If I'm just going walking and I'm not filming or nothing, I'm just want to walk around and look, this is what I like to have with me. This is what rides in the buggy for the most part. Behind this, my next favorite has got to be my 17 HMR. That is a meat getter, y'all. And everybody's got personal opinions. 12 gauge shotgun is hard to beat, but the deal with the 12 gauge being second behind the 22 is you can't hardly dispatch animals with just 12 gauge ammo. Now you can put the cylinders in there where you can put 22 bullets in it. I get all that. Once you do that, you change it. It's a lot more practical then. So those are some of my thoughts. Get your 22 out before hunting season. They fun to squirrel hunt with. Now this is a little Browning lever action. I don't exactly know what model it is, the BL22. And I love this little thing, and I like this little Ruger Wrangler, y'all. In comparison, I feel like an old cowboy now when I got them both with me. So anyway, thank y'all for listening to me and having a little fun, shooting, burning a little powder. I've got to go up here. I'd shoot the rest of the evening, but I've got to water some plants. I've got some collards and stuff. Y'all look right over here behind me. I got 2 rows right yonder. See that row there? And this row, this is collards on the top row, and the second one is cabbage. And y'all, it's dry around here. They drying up, so I'm fixing to have to get my water and water all of them. And then I need to feed some chickens and all, and we got church in a little while, so we'll see you next time. Remember, the best way to do things is the way you like to do it. We'll see y'all. Y'all have a good one.